Hello everyone and welcome to Amani's Lightwork Institute of Immutable Laws. Okay, I didn't change the name of the channel. I just wanted to add on Immutable Laws as a tag name to the channel. I will explain once I do my Crux Ansata analysis. You'll see the playlist. I haven't added any videos to that, but I will explain what Immutable Laws implies in terms of the mission of the channel. Okay, so today I'm going to be covering the case of Kirsnick Ball, also known as Takeoff from the Migos group. Okay, no one requested this necessarily. I just wanted to cover it for myself, but I will keep you guys up to date because I do have a few requested cases that people have asked me to do, and those are completed. I'm just waiting to upload them. Okay, all right, so I believe that he was a Gemini, born June 18, 1994, and he passed November 1st. I think was that November 1st of 2022, I believe. Okay, so I'm going to pull some details, maybe look into any information that comes to the surface that may not have been previously known. I'm going to try to see if I can pick up any new information. Okay, before I begin with this reading, I just want to let you guys know that please be advised these readings are interpreted. I'm using like my ability, the meanings of the cards, and the messages that I received to get them done. If you have questions, comments, and or concerns, or would like to see a specific case covered on the channel, you can go to my IG at AmaniIfe777. You can also send an email to iavakasha108@gmail.com. All right, let's see what we can pick up here. All right. I'm getting something about insurance too. That could mean absolutely anything. That's typically the case for some people. It's always something related to like some type of insurance, or at least being insured. But I'm getting something about like I don't know what his relationship was like with his family or his parents, but I was picking up something about a parent. I don't know if he was a parent himself. I don't know if he had any kids or he was dating anyone that had children. I'm kind of getting that idea. So there could be this situation of I'm picking up something interesting of keeping back money. I've never heard those words put together like that, but keeping back money kind of sounds like, if I break up what I'm picking up, like the phrase back money could be back payments, but I'm getting the feeling of keeping back money. So keeping back money could mean keeping like money back from someone, or somebody keeping money back from him, or at least being able to obtain like the fund for whatever reason. So that could be on his end or someone else's end. It just depends on how that's coming through. Okay, and that could be related to like insurance, like something being insured. All right, back money or back payment. Okay. All right, so the Princess of Wands, the dancer, is underneath. That could have literally, in the case of a celebrity, that literally could have been somebody's case. Like, they could have been a dancer, literally, like a background dancer. Somebody, like, if you look at the card, it looks like a white or light-skinned person on this card, but that doesn't have to be what they look like. But it says the dancer, so I don't know. I know that the group had backup dancers. With every group, every popular music group, they do have a backup dancer. So I don't know if he was intimately involved with one of them or he flirted with them. I'm getting this idea, as I'm talking about a dancer, I'm kind of getting, it could be like a strip club, just depends on the setting and what I'm pulling towards, but I was getting this idea of giving money. So kind of sounds like strip. Like the person looks like they're an exotic dancer. That could be another scenario. And something about giving money or giving that individual money. If the person is not a dancer, like something may have been really, like if you look at the card, something may have been really like, I don't want to use the word promiscuous necessarily, but that could be the case, of someone that he was interacting with, like a fire sign female or someone that's embodying fire sign female, because they were very like, they're giving like exotic dancer, like they're giving exotic dancer or like pole dancing, stripping, things of that nature. But I feel like he could have had like I'm getting intercourse too. I'm getting this feeling of intercourse with this individual and giving the person money, okay? Because so it kind of sounds like that may have been the case. If the person, I'm trying to give different interpretations. If this person is not necessarily, that may not be their occupation, it could be, there was someone that he was intimately involved with that he did give money to. I don't know, some type of, it seems really private in nature, okay? That's underneath. So that's not going to show up in the spread. That's just the foundational energy to the reading, okay? The starting point has the Queen of Swords, the painter. All right, so like I said, the description of how they look on the card, that doesn't have to be, how they look, but that could be, someone that's light skinned, or they're white, they're blonde hair, or they may have like something maybe light about their hair. They could be a black person that has lightness in their hair, like they could be like a black female that wears that wears weave, like red weave, like blonde weave. It just depends on the situation that has taken place. But they're in the starting point, or they literally could be a white person with blonde hair, but they're here. Okay, so Latina, something. I know Cardi B is a Queen of Swords because she's a Libra, but that doesn't have to be her. That could be somebody else. But with this energy here, I'm kind of getting this. I keep getting this idea of being insured, like being insured. Like they could be insured. Insured means that, whatever they have going on financially, it is insured, like from like a what do you call it, like an agency, like a financial firm. Like they're insured in that sense. Like they're insured, like they don't have to worry, financially. They don't have to, if it's, I don't know, it could be Cardi B, it could be someone else that's showing up here. Like it's telling me that this person or one of these females here, they're insured. Like they don't have to worry financially. So I don't know if he could have taken care of that, but I'm also getting this idea of like a private deal between him and one of these air sign females. A private deal. And the private deal sounds like, how can I insure you? How can you insure me? Things of that nature, but it feels private in nature. But I keep getting like a back payment, like from the beginning, like a back payment or some type of there's secrecy surrounding like a financial deal, or like that they kind of formulated together, but it has something to do with a back payment. So I don't know if this person was owed. I don't know if he owed this individual money. But I'm also getting like something about like a car and property with the Queen of Swords energy. So the car and property may belong to him. The car and property idea could be coming from the Queen of Swords energy. And some type of payment, something about a car and a home being insured. So his or this individual, they could be a love, if they're not like coming through like Cardi B. It could be another air sign female that he may have been dealing with intimately, that he may have set up a deal with them, that some type of agreement that said that, okay, your car and your house is going to be paid off, or I'm going to make sure that it's insured, if that makes any sense. Or that could have been a vice versa conversation, okay? But when I was being drawn to the deal, that sounded more so, it was kind of giving me the idea that this person is a spiritual in nature, because I'm looking at what do you call it? I'm looking at her necklace, and there's like a half moon on the necklace. So I feel like there's someone that he was dealing with that they were kind of tapped in, or like spiritually, like intuitively. But I do feel like if it's separate from like another musician, this is a deal that he did have, like it literally insurance and getting things completed, agreements, discussions surrounding this individual. So they could be someone who he could have went to go see, like what do you call it, money wise, banking agent, manager. They could be coming off as that as well too. Okay, the wedding position has the Two of Dominion and the Two of Wands with this individual. I feel I'm being drawn to the idea that somebody took their time to do something with the Queen of Swords. Somebody took their time to do something. And I'm getting, when I said that too, I was getting this idea of losing a property with the Two of Wands, or trying not to lose a property. Someone's going on here with losing a property. So I don't know if they felt like they were going to lose a property or something that they worked for, or something that was insured on their end separate from him, or like he had a property, Two of Wands. And there's this idea of trying to figure out a way to keep a property, either like purchase one or keep one. So if he had one already, there's this idea of trying to keep it if he had it, with the Queen of Swords with the Two of Dominion. I get this idea of expensive. So it was expensive to try to keep like a home insured, try to keep something insured. It was expensive to do that. I don't know if that was like, and I'm feeling this idea like he kind of saw, or at least he kind of felt like something was strange was happening with his career. So that could be where he was feeling like, I'm probably not, his thought process was, I'm probably not going to be able to keep this car, or I'm probably not going to be able to keep this house or this property if I'm not in this group anymore. For example, I'm not going to be able to keep these lavish things, and they're gonna fall out of my hand with the Two of Wands. They're gonna fall out of my reach. But the Queen of Sword energy, I feel like, try to help him in that sense. I do feel like they try to help one of them. I don't know if it could be Cardi B. It could be It could be Cardi B. It could be like an agent, a manager of his, someone who was responsible, like an accountant of some kind that he could have been interacting with on a regular basis. Like, I'm trying to give you, like, their conversation is, I'm trying to give you the best options. Two of Wands. I'm trying to give you the best options that I possibly can to give you, but I feel like his funds were dwindling, and I do feel like this individual tried to help in that sense. It's giving me the idea of assets, like something was interesting that was going on with his assets in the Two of Wands. So there was major concern with, how am I going to keep this? How am I going to keep this home? How am I going to, the lifestyle and how to keep those things together. So there was major concern surrounding that. I'm being drawn to like a baby mom. Like, I don't know if he had any kids, or there was a woman that he dealt with that something's going on there. I felt drawn to that person. They could be embodying this too as well. And he could have had Two of Wands. He's having this discussion with a girlfriend, or someone that was like a girlfriend. And he's talking to the person, and I'm like, he doesn't know how he's going to keep these things. It could have been trying to go to another industry, another label, another like alternatives. Two of Wands is kind of giving me the idea that was waiting to get some type of alternative, whether that be financial. Is Wands, so it could have been work related, another gig that he can get into, another label, another industry of some kind. All right, the present has the Queen of Cups, the therapist. All right, so the Queen of Cups could be, that could literally be a water sign female right here. They're older in nature. I don't know if his mother, I don't know if his mother could have been living, but there's a motherly figure here. This woman is old, like they're gray, they're an older woman. They're the therapist. All right, someone that he could have went to for some type of mentoring. That could have been a case. It's an older woman. So you have the queen, you have two queens here. One is older than the other. This Queen of Cups is older than the Queen of Swords. This could even be like, if it's not a mother figure, the Queen of Cups could be another industry person that he has here in his present, or it's his mother, or there's a motherly figure right here. I get wanted to take care of. So if there was a motherly figure in his, in his energy, he wanted to take care of this person or someone that's embodying this Queen of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces woman, or someone that's embodying mother. If any of those signs are not their sun sign, then they're embodying this because somebody's shown up there like a mom or a motherly figure that he wanted to take care of with the Two of Wands. I get, I'm touching this card and I get their information disperse. So something's going on with this person's information disperse. I don't know if they did that with his, or I get their information dispersed. Something could be dispersed about their information currently, whatever that means. Their information dispersed. Two of Wands could mean that I get settling a disagreement with the Two of Wands. He tried to settle a disagreement either with a Queen of Swords or a Queen of Cups. There's a disagreement of some kind that he got into some type of conversation with this person, but the disagreement, if I connect the points, has something to do with their information being dispersed. Like, I don't know, something like that. Something about it could be their social, it could be a birth certificate, it could be like, I also get a license, something about their license, some type of license that they have, or it could be the Queen of Swords energy license. His license, somebody's license, some type of license, driver's license, and then there's like a plethora of other reasons that someone will have like a license for anything, like a learner's permit, and if it's driving related. But there could be nursing license, there could be doula license, there could be what's another situation, getting a license for like to own a property, own a firearm, like things like that. People get licenses for as well with the Queen of Cups. So they're settling a disagreement, kind of maneuvering through a disagreement with this person is related to, like, they could have had that same thought process with him, dispersing something that was his, but when I touch them, it has something to do with theirs. They don't have to be old. They could be a queen. Like, they could be someone in queens are typically people who are like between 30 and up, or like, if there was a knight here, that would be like 20 something years old. Queens are like late 20s and onward with the Queen of Cups energy. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. The Six of Success is in the future, so the Six of Pentacles is like charity or giving back. There was some type of financial success there in that sense. All right, let me go to 1, 2, 3, 4. The instincts as the universe. All right, so with the universe being in the instincts, I'm getting like a powerful ending to something. I don't know, that was really profound to say, but there's a powerful ending to something, and it could be like a relationship between him and, I'm sure more people are going to show up here at some point, or maybe not, but there's a powerful ending to a situation with a Queen of Swords and a Queen of Cups. I don't know why. That's interesting to say, to receive, at least with the universe. A powerful ending, or he's thinking that something is going to be like, something's going to be strong about an ending with one of these women. Two of Wands. I'm looking at the Queen of Cups energy, and I'm picking up, they didn't want to work for their stuff. They didn't want to work for their, some type of, they didn't want to work for something with the Queen of Cups energy being in the present. They didn't want to work for something. They don't want to work for something specific that they wanted. They didn't want to work for it. Whatever that means to him or the situation, something that they didn't want to work for. And it could be not wanting to, it could be not wanting to work. That could be a situation, not wanting to work, period, or not wanting to work for something specific. Like, if you want like a license, for example, yes, you need the fund. If you want a specific license for something specific, yes, you need to work to save a certain amount of money so that you can get this special license to do something or operate something specific. Sometimes you need a license to run a property. Like, you need the license, it costs to get that done. And that could be where the Queen of Cups energy is discussing with him, I don't want to, can I use your stuff to get this done? Or can I also get a down payment too. Somebody here wanted to make a down payment for like I'm getting something about a salon, like some type of salon place as well, some type of salon, and it could be like what do you call those things? A license to be a beautician. That could have been something one of these energies wanted to do, some type of cosmetic stuff, but I'm getting some type of salon. So somebody may have wanted a business license to get like a salon, like a place that they can run on their own. But somebody that want to pay with their own money to get the license to obtain the salon or the store or the storefront, whatever it is that the Queen of Cups energy wanted. Or they didn't want their information dispersed, so they may have tried to use him to get in the door faster to get something like that done. It doesn't have to be a salon, that's what I'm picking up, but something surrounding somebody's salon is involved in his personal assets, okay? Alright, there was a lot going on there. The Four of Completion is next to the Queen of Swords. So the Four of Completion would mean that I'm getting this feeling of living with. The Queen of Swords, something's going on with living with. Something's going on with living with the Queen of Swords energy. One Queen of Swords energy. Living with them. Four of Wands. I know that Offset and Quavo, they're Aries and Sag elements. That could be why all these wands are here as well too. Like Offset and Cardi B, or like I'm getting something about another property when I said Cardi B too. Something's going on with her specifically in another property, or him in another property. There's another property that somebody has something's going on with his. Okay, there's a lot going on here. There's a lot going on. Okay, there's a lot going on because, oh man, there's a lot going on because of agreements that he put himself into with some women, but with those agreements, there's I get consent too with the agreement. Something's going on with consent with agreements for some properties, whether they be like commercial properties or housing properties. Like something is related to consent there. Either someone didn't get it and they were able to obtain some type of property and they didn't get the consent from him, and it could have been a vice versa situation with the Four of Wands and the accomplishment. Some type of consent. I don't know if he didn't get consent to do something, or he was waiting to get some type of consent from a Queen of Swords, or that's a vice versa. Queen of Cups waiting to get some type of consent, but this person is one of these elements, or it was coming from this energy mainly. They didn't want to wait. They didn't want to work. And then they have him tied up in the situation, and it's like they don't want their stuff dispersed at the same time. I think something about law too with the Four of Wands. Something's going on law related. It's the Four of Wands right next to the Queen of Swords. Something is law related. Something's going on with law. It's not giving law enforcement yet. I'm not at that point yet. It's not giving law enforcement. It's giving law as in like a lawyer, or like, what do you call it? Court. Like needing to take somebody to court for some type of, I'm getting disbursement when I said that too. So the message with the law is coming through as needing to potentially take someone to court for some type of disbursement. of something, some type of disbursement of assets, some type of disbursement of information. That was coming from the Queen of Cups, but it's also next to the Queen of Swords with the Four of Wands. Okay? Some type of disbursement of assets, some type of disbursement of it's something that's going on with car insurance too. Somebody's car insurance is tied up in some type of situation like this as well that he was attached to. So there's something that's court related. I'm picking up court with the Four of Wands, or like some type of, I don't know if it's suing related, something going on there, but it has something to do with the disbursement of, and I'm getting like a specific document may have been dispersed belonging to him or belonging to someone that he had in his energy, like a Queen of Swords or a Queen of Cups. I get sloppy, like something ended up sloppy with properties and license and properties, license, car insurance, back payments, something going on there. It's law related, court related, alright? It's a lot going on there. It's a rabbit hole of a situation. The Three of Virtue is here in the spiritual self. So the Three of Virtue is right next to the Two of Dominion. So there was some type of collaboration with the fire sign energies in the group. The three kind of represents the group, the Migos. See all that fire with Quavo? It's interesting. Quavius and Offset individual. Three of Wands, Two of Wands. I get they made a mistake. Three of Wands, Two of Wands. There's a mistake that someone made here. Some type of mistake. Some type of mistake. And it's ringing and something about a property. Something happened with a property specific. His property. Something is interesting going on paperwork wise with someone's property, whether that be his or theirs. I don't know. Something interesting is going on there. Something interesting is going on there. You know something? I'm getting something about, that's why I was getting the idea of consent. Alright, I'm trying to give an example of this the best way that I can. What is going on? Say I want to buy a house, and let me try to figure this out, be as clear as concise as possible. Say I want to buy a house, and I have this, and I decide to have maybe so a house or something or property wouldn't get foreclosed on, a business wouldn't get foreclosed on. I have insurers. I have people that I'm going to discuss with them, if something happens with me, how can we settle an agreement to make sure that this is insured? Like, I'm trying to figure out a way to make sure that if something happens with my job, if something happens with my gig or my career, how can I make sure that this property that I'm trying to purchase, how can I make sure that it's insured? Like, how can I get that agreement done properly so I don't lose it, or so I can leave it for my family, things of that nature. Something happens. So, like, for example, if I want to buy a home and, like, say I can't take care of the mortgage for the house, or something happens with my job and I can't do anything mortgage related, I'm going to try to figure out a way to get that insured, or at least to, I get like stop payment when I said that. So I'm getting this idea of stopping a payment with that too. So he could have had something like that going on. But I wanted to go back into the example. But if I wanted to have that done, or I needed insurers, or at least people that can co-sign on the property for me, just in case I can't make any payments on the property, then I'm going to have to discuss that with people that I somewhat trust to some degree. Queen of Swords. On all the fire sign energy, the Quavo and the Offset elements there. And insurers, and then having to figure out a way to also assist someone else with another property that the person is intentionally deciding that they don't want to pay for themselves, or to get the license or something themselves. But I get lazy too. Somebody was there's a female that was lazy with that. Okay, somebody was being lazy with that idea that I just said. The 9 of happiness is here. So before I go any further, what I'm picking up here, like there could be so many different situations going on, but this is what I'm picking up that, you know, may not necessarily, this is more tangible in nature, separate from anything that is like pseudo related or like overly spiritual. That's not necessarily the case. We're looking at tangibles, like we're looking at scenarios that may have taken place that are tangible in nature, meaning people's money. We're talking about people's assets and properties and licenses and things of that nature, because we want to get a good understanding, because these are people who, yes, they're working for the betterment of themselves. 9 of Cups. All right, so the 9 of Cups is in the mentality with the universe, and the 9 of Cups will mean that there was some type of happiness that he was thinking that he was having for, but I get temporary. It's a 9, so the 9 is kind of giving temporary happiness. The 9 is giving temporary because it's a 9. It's not a 10. So it's telling me that it's temporary. Temporary happiness, and it's residing with the Queen of Cups, or someone that was embodying Queen of Cups. So there may have been temporary happiness with this individual, somebody here, some motherly figure. I don't know if this is a woman he was dealing with. I don't know. Queen of Cups. There was temporary happiness with that person or those people. Queen of Sword, fire sign, and his energy isn't here yet. I don't think it's going to show up here. Let me see. No, it's not. Maybe in the outcome, there's no air. Well, the Queen of Sword energy is there, so that's like this person is showing up. Cardi B's energy is coming through there, and then also some type of what do you call those people? Someone that you can go to get, you know, like an accountant, a lawyer, somebody. This is giving this a core energy going on over here. And if someone, you know what I feel drawn to say? If someone decided to break an agreement, with him, that's why I was getting the idea of consent. Somebody decided to break an agreement with him. It kind of would put him like in a bad position. Could have put him in a bad, or I don't know if he broke an agreement and he put somebody here in a hole, almost like somebody may have been thinking they were going to end up in a hole because he broke something off, or he didn't, or something about disbursement of information, or not giving something. I get something about giving it to the right person, or either the wrong or right person. Something with the Queen of Cups. I don't know if they were thinking that about him. I don't know if he did that and that caused the problem with the universe being there. I don't know if he did something like that with the Queen of Cups and it escalated, or it's a vice versa thing. I keep getting property, like it has something to do with a property, or something, assets. Somebody signed something consensually that has their assets are tied into a property. Like it could be commercial, commercial, residential. Something's going on there. What's changing is the Wheel of Fortune. All right, so the wheel is changing. The Wheel of Fortune is changing because of a decision that he made that may have been difficult to make. That's changing. If it was somewhere else, it probably would. A relationship would have still been running. If you look at the wheel, a relationship would have still been running, but it's coming through as a relationship that changed or ended. That's why I was getting powerful ending with the universe. Something that's powerful. I don't know why the spirit emphasized powerful for some reason. I get a lot of money. Like, it's powerful because a lot of money is involved in it. Like, it's enough. I get 3 properties. There could be a situation where someone had enough, or somebody had enough money, or they accumulated enough assets to purchase 3 properties, or put down on at least 3 properties. I get a major deal. So I'm looking at the 9 of Cups. It was a major deal. So he could have had that discussion with someone where he could have been able to purchase 3 properties, or put down payments on for 3. That's why the 3 is here. I feel drawn to say 3. It could be 2 commercial, could be 2 residential, 1 commercial. I don't know, something like that. And I'm feeling like invest well. So someone could have told him, invest well. Invest well. 9 of Cups. Invest well. Like, put the money in a situation properly. Like, I don't know if he did something wrong with that, or there's a situation of having too many people involved with that. That's why I was getting insurers. Like, maybe having family tied into that he was doing personally for himself may not necessarily have been that great of an idea, or a friend, even a cousin, blood or friend, cousin, with the wheel changing. That's why it's saying powerful ending, powerful something. All right, so that's interesting. The art is here. Sign is Sagittarius, going towards the 6 of Success. So with the sign of Sag is what's the guy? Sag is take off. No, sorry. What is his name? Offset. My bad. Sag is Offset. And the resolution going towards the 6 of Success. So I get equal pay. So they may have received equal pay. They receive equal pay for him being in the group, and I keep getting a property. Them being in the group, yes, and a property. They receive equal pay. Like, it was equal. Like, they had an equal agreement. It was equal at one point with the Temperance and 6 of Pentacles. That's why the success is in the future. This is interesting. I'm picking up some interesting stuff going on here. But, do I want to elaborate? I don't know. I'm trying to decide. Okay, so the situation, all right, so the situation with this, I'm getting a promise too with the Temperance card. So there was a promise that it could be that Offset made to him, or I don't know, Cardi B is really outside, or it's just another air sign female, some type of lawyer. If it's not like Cardi B energy only, because there's multiple people in this situation, but if it's an energy of another, there's like other women here, like the Queen of Cups, Queen of Swords. And you have to fight. You have them, the cousins, in the situation as well. But with the Temperance is with the 6 of Success is that he was going to get some type of money back. That's why I was getting that idea of back money in the beginning. He was going to get that back, or at least I don't know if it was requested, but I keep getting this idea from a property, some type of property, like somebody got money back from a property. I don't know if he sold if he sold something and he got that back, or okay, I see what's going on. There's a lot going on. Alright, say he owned a property, for example. There's a situation where, that's why I was getting the idea of the career and the things happening with the career. There was concern with that. So if he did do something with a property, the property accumulated money, or at least if he sold it, he would have got the money back. But what's going on with it? There's insurers on there. or there are other people that, if it's not the family, then there's somebody else. I don't know if there's some other woman some other women here that he was interacting with, or they're showing up there like insurers to a property. And okay, I see what's going on. I see what's happening. Whew. Okay, there's a lot going on. Say I sell say if I have insurers, or I have people that I have this agreement with, that we're going to, collectively we'll take care of the property, and if something happens to the property, it'll fall back on one person or whoever. One situation of this could also be selling it, or like something happening with it, not wanting it, or having that agreement with some other people to keep it. But I'm at the top of the deal for the house, but I have other people in there with me with this property, and I get rid of it, or I discard it, whatever it is I do with it, and I get the money, and I don't give the money to those other people for it. That could have been a situation. That could have happened with someone around him, or he was involved with that somehow, and if something's going on with getting the money back from that. So it could be commercial or residential. I keep getting that. Something about a property. It was commercial or residential that happened. Because that could, if there's, that's like getting an apartment. That's like, I'll give you another a minor example. That's like signing a lease that's if I sign a lease with 2 or 3 other people, and I get rid of the apartment, or I'm at the top of the lease, and I get rid of it, and that'll put the other people, that'll leave the other people homeless. I don't know. I'm just, giving examples. But look at it that way, but with a whole property, like a house, or something commercial, like a big commercial property. Like, they made a lot of money as a group, I'm sure, millions. So they made enough, or he made enough, somebody made enough to purchase 3. So if this is a big deal, like the universe, that's a big deal to own something massive, like to own a massive commercial property, and then get the money for it. But then other people are tied into that, and then those other people insured in it, their assets are tied into that too. I don't know, there's a percentage difference of the issue that's going on there. A percentage difference of an issue, especially if somebody does something interesting with a commercial, like a large commercial property, where other people's assets and money are tied into that property, and it gets lost, or I take the money, or they take the money for it. There's a lot going on there with that. There's a lot going on, but that's why the 6 of success is in the future. So a property could have been kept. A property could have been kept, whether it be commercial or residential, or is something going on where I don't know if he couldn't be involved in it anymore, or he was on it, or something like. There's a lot going on there that's interesting in nature. All right, so that's why I kept getting that idea of back money and insurance and getting things insured. It was important to say, like, the word insured is important in the whole reading, because it has to do with keeping someone insured, or insuring something, or him himself being insured, or insuring other people, or other people insuring him collectively. Like, that's what's going on. Someone being insured, or a situation, or property, commercial properties, and money. Different people's money are tied into something that's big here. So if somebody somebody had this feeling like it was going to be lost, I don't know. And I wanted to get back to the idea with the Queen of Cups, and the disbursement of information is also kind of interesting to me too. I don't know if this individual, I get on one of them. If there's a female in the situation that their information is on. It was something about one of them. I don't. It could be one Queen of Cups energy. I don't know. I'm trying to interpret. It could be one Queen of Cups energy, or their information is wrapped up in one of them. So that could be in one commercial property or one residential property. I don't know what does that mean. It's in one of them. Like, it's, I don't know. Her signage, like this person, something that they signed. It's interesting. Alright, so let's do an outcome here. It's interesting situation. It's interesting situation. I'm sure, I mean, typically, like, with the media, they're gonna give you, like, this, like, you know, they're gonna give you, like, this dollhouse related, you know, like a dollhouse video game version of a situation. But it's like, you know, there's some actual things that are going on here that are, that's why I said tangible. Like, there's more, you know, things that people deal with in their personal lives that are shown up here. Okay. And I was getting, there's a large amount of money. Like, there's somebody, money. It's about money. Somebody's information getting dispersed. An entanglement of assets in a property, or different people's assets in a property, and something happened to the property or who it belongs to, and that became an issue for someone. All right, let's do an outcome here. What's the outcome about his passing? What happened with his passing? What happened with it? Alright. 2, 3. What happened with his passing? Can you give me? Alright, I think, no, I don't want to take all that. What happened with the passing? 2. Let's do 3. Knight of Wands. That's a Sag. And Offset is a Sag. But his energy is an outcome. Let me do another thing. 1, 2. And the what is this? The Strength card. So there was an element of protection that I guess Offset tried to give. It needed the strength to even try to give something about protection. Like, I guess he tried to protect him, or he was like a protector for him with the strength. Could be Leo too. There was protection. Like, somebody tried to protect the other. Somebody, I mean, he tried to, you know, that was his cousin, so he tried to protect him. That's what it's coming through as. He tried to protect him, but the guy was I don't know what the sign of the guy is that they claimed shot him, but it's like it's interesting in nature. And I'm looking at the Queen of Cups energy. So something's going on. Like, it's I don't know if I want to go down that lane right now. The person that shot him, what's going on with it, and him protecting him, is that there may have been a situation with that person, or the person that they said, like, there's more to that. Like, it's really, and I'm trying to understand what Spirit is trying to help me. It has to do with the assets, or someone else's assets, that something that he did intentionally, something interfered with someone else's assets, or some other man, I don't know, it interfered, I don't know, something interfered with that. I'm also getting this idea of where someone was also trying to provide a service. It has to do with where someone was trying to provide a service, where they wanted to provide a service. So that could be him. But I was also getting this idea of someone wanted some type of salon or some type of commercial business that they wanted. It had to do with that, like where somebody wanted. I got a petty argument too, like where someone wanted a business ran. Something that was an issue. where they wanted a business ran, or where he did, or some woman that's attached to him, where they wanted a commercial property to be, where they wanted to operate a commercial property. That became an issue because it could have something to do with in a specific area. Because that took place in Texas, so it could have something to do with something residential or commercial property in Texas somewhere. It doesn't have to be Texas, but I would think so. Like it would have something to do with that. What's interesting? Texas has really, the thing about Texas has really you can get to, depending on how well off you are, like asset wise, you can get 2 or 3 residential properties, as many as you want, because they're so cheap. Because they're really cheap. Texas real estate is super cheap. Like I've never seen houses that cost so low. But it has something to do with that. And where someone wanted to provide services. I don't know if he was trying. I was getting that dancer underneath. That could be why all the fire is here too. I was getting like there's a younger what's it called? There's a Princess of Wands underneath this deck. I should take it out so that it's seen. There's a Princess of Wands here. So providing services could have something to do with them. Some type of work that they did. It's a female. It's either like a dancer, like them as a group, one of their dancers, and something happened with something that a dancer wanted, or something's going on with a stripper. Like something could have been going on with a stripper, and that's why I was getting the idea of money that he was given to some type of exotic dancer or a stripper, or something that he wanted to give that person. That doesn't have to be their occupation, but I'm getting that he could have had a run-in or involvement with someone that was kind of like, they're a little bit, you know what I mean? And something could have been going on with someone that they were tied to. I'm kind of getting that idea. But it's all about asset related, property related, disbursement of information and funds and being insured. He could have, I don't know, I keep getting intimate with this person too, or someone that was embodying Princess of Wands. Like there's intimacy with that, but then there's something going on with, so it's either like there's interesting energy coming from the Queen of Cups. There's a Queen of Sword energy. Something's going on with I get protect too. One of them is protected. Like somebody has some type of protection, but I also feel like he had protection from the Knight of Wands. He had protection to some degree. He had protection. You know something? I'm gonna give another interpretation before I do another clarifier on the Strength card. What this is giving, what I'm also feeling too, is that if he had a girlfriend, for example, or somebody that he was dealing with, like, I feel like he may have been the type, like he may have wanted to kind of give somebody the world in that sense with the Princess of Wands. He may have been trying to give someone the world with that. So it could be a situation where he may not have known that a dancer had some type of involvement with someone else. It could be as simple as that. Like he may not have known that. I feel like he was heavily involved with a woman. Like, I don't know, something's going on with one of the dancers, like some dancer somewhere. It could be one of their group, like their background dancers, or I don't know, groupie situation, or like a or what was I saying? Or someone he just knew that, but something that's like really open about the person. I'm gonna say that word. Someone was really open about the woman. And something's going on with the woman that he was tied to, like that could have been involved with the person they claim shot him. But another interesting situation is that there's a lot of there's with her being involved. You have Queen of Cups and Queen of Swords. Like, there's a lot of women involved in the situation, but it's mainly coming through a lot as people's assets and people being insured. Like, that's coming through a lot. And him as a man, like, you know, him as a man wanting to insure or wanting to kind of take care of another woman that he may not have known was dealing with someone else, and where that person wanted to have a business. But somebody, there could have been an envious envy with that too. Let me do an outcome on the strength card. And the Nine of Swords. Because you look at the Nine of Swords, there's beef taking place here, as at which did take place. See, the people are fighting in the card, and that's his energy. That's the first energy that I've seen that is his out of this whole reading. I get like shields. So there's some type of shield. He could have tried to. There was a shielding happening going on. So if it's like, I think they said the Quavo was there as well too. He could have tried to shield him. There's some type of shielding going on. That could be why they kept talking about money, or like some type of bag of money, some type of money. It's like, another element of this could be there could have been money physically there as a means to someone else outside of him, or some other people could have been aware that someone was in the environment that wanted to cause harm to him, and someone was aware of that somehow. It could be because of a woman. It could be because of something going on with a woman and a property and assets, and somebody's assets being wrapped up in it, somebody's name being on something, or where somebody wanted to provide services. If there's some women here where he wanted to provide a service, like giving the person money to not cause harm because of dealing with a woman, and the woman, some woman here, the woman is insured, or the woman, another scenario, the woman, one of these women, like a property that he could have had, their information is in that. And if he did something with the property, or if he lost it, it would affect that woman and the woman's man. I don't know. There's a lot going on there, there's a lot going on. Okay, there's a lot. Okay, all right. So that was Takeoff, Kirsnick Ball. Such a beautiful man. Okay, very beautiful man. May his spirit go with peace, and may they're sending love to the family and his group and people that were really truthfully looking out for him. All right, may his spirit go with peace. Be well. Take care. Bye.